Hello everybody and welcome to episode 13 of Brunswald. In today's episode we're going to be working on a few different things. But firstly we are making this train station here that will serve the whole marina area. So I've been planning to put down more train stations in Brunswald, just a train station for like local trains. So we're putting this one down, and then I'm also planning on putting another one down in like a rural town just outside of Brunswald, on like the other side of the central station. So then after that we'll set up a line that probably will only have like one train on it, because yeah, this is just like a one-track station, and it would be sort of difficult to figure out having two trains on this, because the one-track mod is a little bit weird. But yeah, so pretty much one train will be going to these small stations. Yeah, so basically we won't really have any trains in this episode, but it will come in the future. So right now I'm putting down like a road that goes down here, and it just sort of makes a loop. And this will just be for buses. So I'll be making a bus line in a few minutes that will connect this area, and it will go all the way to like the botanical garden. So pretty much across the city in that direction. And yeah, the end station will be here. And I don't know if that bus line will be like changed in the future. Maybe it will when I expand more. But yeah, I've also seen like some people asking for like public transport and stuff in the city, so sort of wanting to see that. And in this episode you will see me put down a bus line, so hopefully that will be enjoyable. But right now here I'm working on this elevator, and this is the one by Revo. I got rid of the pathway that comes with it, because it was just very glitchy to work with, and this whole space that I like connecting up to that bridge, it was just a little bit too tight to fit in a pathway so people could use it, so I decided to just get rid of that pathway. And in case you're wondering how to do that, you just hold Alt when you use Move It, and then just delete it like normal. But yeah, so I put down an elevator, and I might actually go in and see if I can get some invisible pathways to work there. We'll see. But I think it turned out nice, but then later on I realized that a train station probably would have like some stairs as well. So I will be putting down stairs, so we won't only have an elevator. But I'm putting down this parking lot here because I thought that would be needed for a train station. They tend to exist in train stations like this. So that's sort of like the second purpose for that road leading down there to the train station, just for buses and for cars going to this parking lot. So it won't really be a heavily used road, but yeah. And also those like yellow lines, because it is a UK road, so you have those yellow lines on it. They are kind of annoying, but I think it's fine still. I would like to get rid of those yellow lines, because yeah, this is not really a UK project, but I guess you can't really have everything, so yeah, but that's fine, I guess. But it would be awesome to have the like exact same road, but without those yellow lines. But yeah, that's just something I've been thinking about. But yeah, I'm putting down like some trash or dumpsters, I guess, and like some ticket machines. Just doing some simple detailing on a parking lot, and yeah, so now we're making this bus line that is connecting the train station to the botanical garden, as I said, and it just goes through the city center. And yeah, I had some like trouble figuring this out because we have a bit of like one-way roads here. So yeah, but it turned out nice, and I actually forgot to put down the bus stop for that Starbucks place we did with the marina, so I went in and did that off camera, in case you noticed that. Anyway, now we're making these stairs here that I was talking about, and yeah, I feel like it would just make sense to have some stairs as well, because maybe some people don't want to take the elevator and they just want to run up. But yeah, we're making stairs on this side, and then we'll also be making stairs on the other side of this road. Yeah, as you probably noticed, the train station is underneath this road, which I think turned out really cool. I just like the idea of that, and I've been to train stations that sort of have this design with the platform underneath the road, and I just think it's pretty cool. And I wanted to do this here for this area because I thought it made sense. Unfortunately, we don't really have any people walking on these stairs either, but as I said for the elevator, I might actually go in and try to use the invisible pathways and see if that works. But yeah, I'm putting on some of these curbs here, and just making a crosswalk here to the other side of the road where the other stair will be. And yeah, I think this turned out really cool. I kind of want to do more of this, just having like these curbs go out in the road and then having some bollards to really slow down cars. Because I was watching an episode of Nidal by Strictoser where he built the Citadel, and I saw he did something similar, like putting down bollards in the middle of the road to slow down traffic. And I thought that looked cool, and I wanted to do something similar here, and I think it turned out nice, so I'm definitely gonna try that in some other spots as well. I'd like to try to make like a speed bump with a crosswalk on top of it, because those are very common here in Sweden, and I think that could be kind of cool and pretty realistic as well. But I'm putting down a lot of vegetation here on this little hill here, because it wouldn't really make a lot of sense to put down buildings or anything here, because this is just sort of an awkward spot. So I wanted to have some vegetation and some breathing room for this area, because it's nice to not fill in every single area with just buildings. Yeah, then just doing some small detailing, putting down crosswalks, putting down decals, and more bushes and shrubs in this little small area here. Yeah, so we're sort of approaching like 10 minutes for this time lapse. Not really, but that's usually where I sign off for a bit and let you listen to some music. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just before I leave, this is something we'll be also working on. We'll be making some more suburbs in this episode. And also, before I leave with some music, I just forgot to say this. In the last episode, I don't know if you watched the cinematics, but there was like a suburb area that I built off camera in pretty much this place we're working on right now. The power went out and my computer just shut down, and I was in the save and the save got corrupted. So yeah, that really sucks, and I lost all of that. But I didn't lose the million program because I had it on another save, so that's good. But yeah, I lost all of that unfortunately, so that's why I decided to do something else for this region here. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave you with some music now for a few minutes, and then I'll tune back and talk about some more stuff in the time lapse. So yeah, enjoy some music. So I'm currently working on this parking lot for the church that we put down, and I feel like this would be realistic because of like funerals and weddings and stuff, where a lot of people would probably take a car to the church, and yeah, I feel like this was needed for this one. But I'm very pleased with the location of this church. I really like the fact that it's on top of a hill and it's sort of overlooking the city. And you're sort of able to see this church from a lot of places in Brunswald, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, I thought this was a good spot here. And I've been wanting to put down more churches all around like Brunswald as well. And I'm definitely planning on putting down more of those, like smaller ones in like suburban neighborhoods and smaller rural towns around, which I'm planning on making as well. Yeah, I definitely need to try and find some more like smaller church assets. I think I have a few that I want to use, but if you have any good suggestions for some smaller church assets that I can use in like suburban neighborhoods and that sort of stuff, definitely make sure to comment or tweet at me or something like that, if you know any. Because, yeah, we definitely need more churches around Brunswald, because that's pretty realistic. But now we're getting in working on this, which is pretty interesting. It's some warehouses here, basically in the middle of this area. But I feel like this would make sense. Sometimes you do see this sort of stuff, like industrial areas in the middle of the city. So I wanted to do something like this. I thought it could be cool, and I feel like this area makes a lot of sense as well. It's fairly close to the water, which might have been used back in the day or something, and it's obviously right next to the train tracks, and also behind that supermarkets. Like this whole spot is a little bit awkward to have residential houses in, so I just wanted to put down some industrial here. So I put down some warehouses and stuff, nothing too crazy, like not a massive coal plant or anything here. But yeah, I do like how it turned out, and I'm placing like some trucks and stuff here for this warehouse, just sort of making it be, I don't know, maybe like a DHL or UPS or something similar to that. But yeah, I didn't put any like, or those trucks doesn't have any brands on them. So yeah, but just wanted to make it fairly generic. And I definitely need to download some more containers, because I put down that container, but it just looked really bad. And I just realized that I don't really have any containers at all in Brunswald. So that's definitely something I need to download. But yeah, I'm just putting down some lines here for the trucks to sort of know where to park, because yeah, otherwise it would be pretty hard to, you know, make it all be organized. Then I'm also making sure to put down some parking spots here, because sometimes you do forget this for like industrial buildings and stuff, because there's obviously people working there, so they would need a spot for their cars to park. But yeah, I made sure to put down some parking spots for the workers there. I'd like to know if you guys have any suggestions for like projects you want to see in Brunswald. If you have anything specific that you would like to see implemented into this city. I do have some plans, for example, the university, which I think is gonna be next episode, and I have some things to talk about for that. Yeah, you'll notice that when that episode comes. But I think that's gonna be for the next episode, the university. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. But yeah, definitely make sure to let me know if you have any suggestions and stuff you wanna see in Brunswald. I'm also planning on like making a harbor a little bit outside, and some other things as well. But yeah, just let me know if you have anything. It's always nice to have a lot of ideas in case you run out of ideas. So yeah, definitely make sure to write a comment or tweet at me if you prefer that. And if you see any comments that you agree with, that's something you want to see, just like upvote that comment, so I know there's more people that want to see something like that. So yeah, definitely make sure to let me know if you have any ideas. And now getting back to the time lapse, this little spot here, I just decided to put down a lot of like shrubs in and trees, because it was just a very weird spot, like a very steep cliff there, and yeah, it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to put down buildings in there. So, but yeah, I'm actually really enjoying like working with foliage and bushes and trees, because I've sort of got a style now of what type of foliage and trees I'm using. I'm sort of using the same ones all over the city, which I feel is very realistic, because that's how it is in real life. You know, you kind of, if you go to a city, you tend to not have too much variation in terms of foliage and stuff around the city. So yeah, that's something I'm thinking of when I'm doing areas like that. Mainly Mr. Mason, I think, but quite a bit of Pidelmo trees and bushes as well, which in my opinion are the best graders for those, for that kind of stuff. But I'm putting down some apartment blocks here, and just like next to the train tracks, and making these like small back areas with I guess like a garden and some barbecues and tables and stuff for people to hang out, and I think it turned out pretty cool. But this episode is coming to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Also, make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well. Updates, screenshots, the usual stuff. And yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Have a great day, take care, and bye-bye.